Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, April 27th. I don't even know what day it is. 2026. And this episode number 1057, I believe, of Barry on Deck. 1057. That's crazy. I would have never guessed we'd have got to 1,000. Shit, I'd have never guessed we'd have got to 100, much less 1,000. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed all the sports. I've got a couple things here we need to discuss at some point in this show, mainly when we were going off the air. PP Dub said he wanted to trade CJ for cum pics. Those typos will get you. Those typos will get you. And Cece the other day said she had to go get a fist in before the rain, and she meant float and autocorrect, and we got to get into it. We'll discuss a bit later and figure out what in the hell is going on with y'all and why you're saying all this nasty shit. But in the meantime, and for now, my favorite part of the show, your favorite part of the show, our favorite part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the program my mom, because she's better than yours. JennyIsMom, everybody. Hello, Jenny.
I bet they would argue with you about that.
Huh?
I said, I bet they would argue with you about that.
Well, they would lose. They would definitely lose. What's up in your world, Mama? What you up to these days?
Well, I'm fixing to start my income tax finally. After
What?
I finished doing everybody else's. Yeah, I got an extension this year. It was just too much.
Well,
Too much.
I feel good now. Mine's done. Ha!
You're kidding.
Yeah. Can you believe that
Well,
shit?
that's a-
Well, I had promised Nora that I would get it. I would not file an extension this year because she hates it. You know, she's OCD about certain things, and she's just like, every year you file an extension, and we should do our taxes separately, married file separately. I was like, well, first of all, I'd still have to do your taxes. Second of all, we lose money if we do that. She's like, no, not. My friend said. I was like, well, your friend probably doesn't have a self-employed husband. It changes everything. So
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
yeah. But here we are. So what's going on besides taxes? Do you have a lot? Do you still use that asshole George Keller or whatever?
Oh, God, no. You know when I quit using him? I used to get everything on a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I would take it to him. He would take my spreadsheet. He would type it into TurboTax and charge me $400.
Yeah,
And I thought, why am I doing this? I can do this
exactly.
myself. So I fired him because he screamed at me about something while I was there.
Same.
And I thought, I'm paying him and he's screaming at me.
Same.
So no, I haven't seen him in years.
I fired him
started
too
doing-
for the same reason, Mom. He,
Yeah.
you know, I used him because of you. And then
Yeah.
I was
I
getting
used
all
him
the shit
forever.
together, organizing it, putting it all in.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, fuck, all you got to do is enter it once I'm done with that. And then he yelled at me one day on the phone. And I'm like you. I don't play that shit. Don't disrespect me.
No,
So I
I'm
was
a
just like,
customer,
George,
and you're yelling at me.
I was like, George, I'm your customer. You work for me. I'm a grown ass man, and I don't appreciate you yelling at me. I got a daddy. This was back when dad was alive. I was like, I got a dad. So you can kiss my ass. I'll never use you again. Just send me my shit back. He was like, whoa. Nope. Send me my shit back, George. I'm done with you.
Yeah, it was not good. And I have two girlfriends that I do their taxes every year for them. And they're like Nora. They think if you don't do it by April the 15th, oh man, the government can get you. Oh, well, they scrutinize you more. No, they don't.
They don't.
So I did theirs and I didn't ever get to mine. So I had to get an extension on mine.
Well, that's crazy. I would have told them, hey, I'm not doing y'all's until I get mine done. If you don't like it, do they pay you?
Well, one of them gives me a trip to last year she gave me a trip. This year she's taken Paul and I both to Laughlin outside of Vegas.
Laughlin?
Laughlin, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Laughlin?
I think it's Laughlin.
Yeah. And we get a free airfare and free hotel. So yeah.
Okay, that seems worth it.
Taxes.
What about the other one?
Oh yeah, she always does nice things for me too. So,
like what?
Yeah. Well, they give me a little money and yeah.
I would tell her I want 30% of your refund or 15% of what you owe.
Oh, they don't get refunds. They have to pay taxes. So
well, then just tell them you want 50% of what they owe. And then just make it terrible. Make them you owe 12 grand. Sorry.
Make it big.
Yeah. Donna said the apple didn't fall far from the tree. You waiting to do your taxes until after. Yeah, pretty much. That's yes. By the way, what's up to Chuck and Aaron and Jeff Bell and Brother Bear, my sweet Donna, P.P. Dubs, Chewy, Terrence, everybody's in. I saw Jesus is in. I'm yawning a lot today, and I got a pretty good sleep score. Do you keep your sleep score? Do you do your sleep score, Jenny?
No, I go to sleep and I don't wake up till it's time to get up in the morning. I have great sleep.
You get great sleep?
Oh, well, I have a CPAP machine.
Yeah, I don't.
I put that sucker on and I'm out for 8 hours.
I spend all that money and I can't do it.
Well, you just have to wear it for a week or two till you get used to it.
I tried, Jenny. It didn't fucking work. It sucks. It's terrible.
Really?
I can't do it.
Well, I finally got Paul to do it. I made him promise me he would try it for 2 weeks without taking it off and putting it back on if he got up. And he did, and now he sleeps every night with it. It just takes time to get used to it.
I don't know.
And
I got my sleep.
Too.
So see, like you can track, this is my sleep score. If you wear like an Apple Watch, it tracks your sleep. Yeah, it'll track your sleep. It'll tell you you can all Nora has the Aura ring. Not to be confused with the Nuva ring. That's a IED, and you don't want that.
No.
But the Aura ring, you wear it, and it it's like a health tracker. But you can it'll track your sleep. And so so my sleep score not bad. That's why I'm like, why am I yawning? Because it'll tell you duration. It tracks your duration, bedtime, and interruptions.
How many interruptions did you have?
I had 5 wake ups totaling 7 minutes. It's not bad.
So you quit breathing 5 times.
No. No.
Look at you yawning.
I know. It's basically because it also tracks your breathing. It tracks your heart rate while you sleep. It tracks respiratory rate. It says while you were sleeping, your respiratory rate ranged from 11 to 17. But it'll track sleep apnea, and it's telling me mine's not bad. But also, Nora and I got new beds that you can raise the head up.
Those are awesome. That
cut down on our snoring and stuff a lot.
Oh yeah,
because
it's when you're laying down like this.
Yeah,
But when
now it's weird though because you can the bed the bed is flat, right? But you can raise the head up, but you can also raise the feet up. So then I'm sleeping in a seat, which is fine when you're on your back, but I'm a side sleeper. So now I'm like, this is fucked up.
Yeah. See, I'm a side sleeper. I cannot go to sleep on my back. I have to be on my side.
I
usually end up on my back.
But I got bad shoulders because of it. I got 2 bad shoulders from sleeping on my side the whole time. It's
called old age, Barry.
Yeah, it's hell getting old. But
Yeah.
but it.
Tell me
So
about
I
it.
lower the feet. I keep the head, and that's the sweet spot for me. And I don't want to brag, but the bed has like a vibrating setting.
Oh,
Oh my god, it puts me to sleep in like 10 minutes or less. I'm out.
really?
Oh yeah, it's the best shit ever. I
Man, y'all
remember
got the Cadillac.
vibrating beds were like a joke in movies. Like, oh, you would get the honeymoon suite, and the bed would be shaped like a heart, and it vibrated. And then like we were looking at these beds, and we were like, we just need to get good sleep, especially her. I was like, you've got to get better sleep.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
as I yawn. But it had the option you could get, and it's just like this little thing that plugs in, and I don't know how it works, but my God, that's the best shit ever.
Really?
Oh yeah. And I used to
really?
wake up, like I would wake myself up and be like, you know what I mean? You get one of those going where you stop breathing. I don't do that anymore because of
Really?
I'm
Well, that's
inclined. Yeah.
awesome.
So this is
That
it's
probably
going
helped your sleep apnea a lot. Wow.
I still snore a little bit, but not like I used to. And I'm
Does Nora snore?
yeah, she's a snorer too, but
I was a snorer.
yeah, I tell you got your CPAP.
CPAP.
Yeah.
Now I'm just out. I'm just like out.
Yeah.
I put
Amos
it on
said
and I'm asleep in 2 seconds.
Amos said he got up 8 times to pee. No, I just pee the bed. I don't give a fuck. It's whatever. I just keep a rubber sheet on there and a bedpan, and I just because I'm shaped like that, it all just runs
Or
out
an
the
adult
side.
diaper.
Yeah, I
Or
can.
an
Yeah,
adult
just wear
diaper.
Depends to bed. I ain't got to get up. I just pee where I'm at.
There you
It's
go.
great, Amos. You should try it. No, but
Hey,
I don't
I
get
have a
up.
question for you.
Uh
Who was that team that played the Lakers last night?
huh. Shit. Good luck. I have no idea. I didn't even get to finish watching it. Like I stopped right when DeAndre Ayton gave the forearm shiver to Şengün and got ejected.
yeah.
But I was like, it's over. You know what I mean?
But I mean, where have they been? Like,
what sucks is this series should be 2-2, not 3-1.
yes, it should.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
it should.
they just pissed away game 3. Period. End of story.
Yep.
They should be going back to LA with a chance to steal one,
With a tie.
or
Yep.
coming home for a game 6, and then who knows what happens in a game 7. But now their backs are against the wall, and they've got to go out and win 4 straight games against the Lakers. If they can get Durant
Not gonna
back,
happen.
that'd be great. But then also you got to worry Austin Reeves might be back soon for the Lakers, and that'll be that if it
Yeah.
is. So
I don't know what the story is with Durant, but
Well, it was 2 unlucky injuries, and I
Yeah.
see people on social media. They're like, he quit on his team." No, he
Oh, he
didn't.
did
That is
not.
the silliest shit I've ever heard. You know who says that? Idiot fucking fans that have no clue of what they're talking about. No
Nope.
clue. You have no idea whether
they're
he quit
people
on his
that
team or
always
not.
see the bad, and they see the bad in everything.
Yeah,
it's always
it's-
a conspiracy.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. They'll tell you that, if their team loses, the NBA is rigged and all this shit. It's just like,
Yeah.
do you even stop and really think about what you say before you say it, you fucking idiots? Like, it's crazy. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was an impressive win. Lakers turned the ball over a whole lot. But
I know, like
I don't.
you know, I would go back and forth because I wouldn't expect. I was just expecting the same old. And so I checked in at the second quarter, I think, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
And then later on, it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like, "Who are you?" This is
Yeah,
not
Lakers
the
had
team
24
we
turnovers.
play.
They conceded 30 points off of those 24 turnovers. That's can't do that. And my God, as much as I loved Reed Shepherd for a while, that kid, he's got to get his shit together. He's just falling down, turning the ball over. He still gets a steal every now and then, but his shooting has been atrocious. The moment has been too big for him. And I'll tell you the biggest problem that I think is getting exposed in this series is that Marcus Smart started bullying him and just out-muscling him. And it proved, and then they started rushing and double teaming, and he panics. He's like me in junior high, the 7th grade, when I crossed half court and they pressed, and I just threw up the ball, 3-point hook shot style. I mean, that's kind of what he does. He just panics. All that's getting exposed, so he's got a lot to work on. But also,
He's got a lot to learn.
it's getting exposed because he shouldn't be bringing the ball up. They don't have a point guard, but he's
No,
having to
isn't this his
do that.
second year?
Huh?
Isn't this his second year?
It is the second year, but like
Yeah,
he didn't
he's
play
got a
much last
long
year.
way to go.
But he should
Yeah.
be the guy that runs down the court and stands in the corner and waits for the ball so he can shoot a 3. But instead, he's having to bring the ball up and be an integral part of setting up the offense. That shouldn't be what he is. He's get him the ball while he's open and let him knock down threes. And when they were doing that, it was working great. But now, it's not. And I don't know. They don't. That's the big, to me, that's the big thing that's getting exposed in this series. No point guard. They just, their offense is.
Well, Van Fleet's out, so.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I heard the announcer be like,
nothing after that.
The Lakers have these turnovers and they're down big, but I mean, they are missing their 2 best players. I want to be like, bitch, what do you think is wrong with the Rockets? They're missing their best rebounder and defender, shot blocker in the paint. They're missing their fucking starting point guard, and they're missing one of the greatest scorers ever of the basketball. Yes. Don't give me that shit. I get it. Luka is better than anybody on the court. I understand that, right? But Durant would be a close second.
Oh, and
as good as Austin Reeves is, I think between Van Vliet and Steven Adams combined, they would equal an Austin Reeves as far as impact on the team.
Oh, I forgot about Adams. Right?
It's all fair and square. I mean, the Rockets are losing this fair and square. It has nothing to do with no KD or none of that shit.
No,
on both sides. So, yeah.
Well, my Houston teams are going to make me burn all my shirts if they don't straighten up. The Astros suck.
Jesus Christ. Don't get me started. Brother Bear said they should have kicked the tires on CP3. Now, no, he's your age, Barry, but kiss my ass. He would have taught Reed how to set up the offense, then easy. But, well, he wouldn't have taught him because you're not going to teach Reed that. You know what I mean? Like, he's a shooting guard. You don't want him bringing the ball up. That's why you have a point guard. Because ideally you bring the ball up, Şengün comes up, you maybe run a pick and roll there. KD is on the elbow or something like that. And then Reed's in the corner to knock down a 3. And you get none of that. So,
and you know, I think they had a lot of struggles when they started double teaming Durant so much, because he didn't really have a choice of what to do with the ball or who to give it to, because it was just chaos. Yeah,
it was a good win, but I don't think this team is winning 4 in a row.
I don't know if they'll. Yeah, there's no way. There's only 4 teams that have done that, and this team is not one of those 4.
No, and the problem is they're a terrible road team. So even if you had to go back to LA tied 2-2, if you lost one at home, you were fucked because you're a bad road team. So most likely this next game is it. I would be shocked.
That's what I think.
If they bring it back home. But if they win this game on the road, there's a good chance this goes 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, good. And I think they know that. I mean, this isn't anything they don't know. So,
well, I hope the Texans come along because I need to get my Tank Dell shirt back out and get ready.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about the draft here in a minute. We're going to get into it and some more Rockets. And I don't know about the Astros. Jesus Christ.
What are they going to do for pitching?
I don't know. They got to stop getting hurt. It's terrible. It's awful. Well.
It seems like all the sports, just the injuries are just unbelievable.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean,
in baseball,
basketball, football, everywhere. Everybody,
yeah.
It seems like more, but I mean, these guys are bigger, stronger, more muscle mass. It's, you got more muscle, you got more things to pull. Trust me, I haven't pulled a muscle in 30 years, and it's because I have no muscle to pull. So
maybe that's what's wrong with me.
Yeah. You got to get some muscle to pull, Mom. Go work out.
Hey, before I let you go, when's your next cruise? Coming anytime soon?
I leave May 10, I think. Let me see.
Monday, May 10th.
No, that's Sunday. Yeah, I leave a
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's Mother's Day.
Is it Mother's? It is Mother's Day. Yep. I'm about to come see you on the 9th.
No, in the 9th, I'll be at our granddaughter's graduation in A&M. Amber's graduating.
I'll just have to. I mean, look, if I miss Valentine's, all bets are off now. Everything else doesn't matter. So I've missed now. I've been gone for Valentine's, Easter, Mother's Day. Yeah, I've never missed a Valentine's with Nora since we've been together. 1998, never missed one.
And you missed one this year? Mm-hmm. Oh.
But I didn't know. They booked me 2 weeks back to back and didn't tell me. And then I look up and I was like, oh, shit. Okay. I guess I'm booked and going. And I didn't want to turn it down, and it was too late. So, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going out, honey? I hadn't even asked you this because we hadn't had lunch or anything. Hint, hint. But are you all of yours out of Galveston, or are you going out of New Orleans?
No,
They're
all out of Galveston right now. It's all MNC Seascape out of Galveston. Yep.
Well, that's good, though. I mean,
it's convenient for sure.
All that travel time
I heard nightmares about trying to get to port in Miami or something like that, and how you lose a day just doing that to and from, because the cruise ships, they'll book your travel and pay for it, but they're not booking first class prime time. You're red eye back of the bus type shit. So yeah.
Wow.
Well,
at least they pay for it.
Well, yeah, if you go to Miami, but like I pay my own parking or whatever to get down to Galveston, but it's like, I just take so you can get to, I think I told you this, you can get to the cruise ships, you can get to the port from IAH. They have a shuttle that runs from IAH to the port. And so I just have Nora.
I did not know that. Well, that's right. You did tell me that.
I did tell you that. Yeah. So Nora drives me up to the airport and drops me off. I walk over to, she drops me off at Terminal A. So I literally get out, go downstairs, go to the bus pickup area, and off I go. And then it takes about an hour and a half, because sometimes they'll stop at Hobby, and then you're at the port. It costs $35 for seniors.
Oh.
Yeah, I use seniors. No, I do. I don't give a fuck. I'm not 55 yet, but I don't give a shit. I still do it on the website. I'm like, yes, I'm a senior. Okay, I got my AARP card. Kiss my ass.
There you go. Oh God, I have an AA. Oh no, am I
$5
really that
off
old?
is $5 off. Shit, $10 a trip. I've already saved myself $30, $40.
There you go. See, there's a perk to being this old.
Yep, exactly. So, I love it. Hate it and love it. My shoulders hate it. My back hates it, but my wallet loves it.
Hey, somebody sent me the other day on my iPhone, they sent me a list of all the stores and restaurants and places that give 55 plus discounts. I thought, God darn, I didn't know this. I'm going to start asking everywhere I go.
Just download the AARP app. Just download the app. All the restaurants and shit are in there. I have it on my phone. Shit. When I'm on the road, I'm like, I'm not getting paid much this weekend. Where can I get a discount? And then I'll be like, can I get the senior discount? They're like, I'm like, I have to show them. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm old. I know, don't let the smooth taste fool you. I'm old.
So. Don't let this baby face.
That's right. All right, Mama, I love you.
All right, honey. Bye, Dad kids. Bye,
have a wonderful week.
I'll see you next week. Have a good trip.
Well, I'm not leaving this weekend. I'm leaving next weekend.
It's a 5-day trip? Is it a 5 days?
No, 7 days. 10th to the 17th.
7 days. Oh, my gosh.
But I don't leave until next Sunday, not this Sunday. This Sunday is the 3rd.
Right.
So I'll see you on Monday.
I'll talk to you soon. All right. I'll see you next Monday.
Love you, Mama. That's JennyIsMom, everybody. She joins us every single Monday right here on Barry on Deck. Now, let's get to something we need to discuss from last week. I don't know what's in the water on this show, but you guys are going to have to lock it up in the chat. All right. If I have to put all of this shit, if I have to put all this on screen, we're going to be in trouble. I'm running out of screen real estate. All right. It was bad enough that Cece had to get a fist in before she floated the river. But now, PB Dubs wanted to trade CJ Stroud for cum pics. And that's too far. Okay, that's where I draw the line. All right, we're not doing that. I'll trade him for some titty pics. But that's gross. All right, that is disgusting, and I'm ashamed of you, PB Dubs. That is the grossest thing I've ever seen. All right, I'm going to leave that up for a little while. We'll let everybody I think it's a good deal. No, it's not. It's not a good deal, sir. It is an awful deal. It's a disgusting deal, Okay. Donna, what were you talking about started at 8:30? Donna's, and why the hell did it start at 8:30? I don't know. The Rockets game? Oh, the Rockets game. Yeah. Who knows? Probably so they could get some people in the stands. Jesus, how embarrassing was that? And now, look, I get it. I've had this discussion on the radio 1,000 times, and I've made the excuse. I've been on both sides of the fence on this, but when you look in the stands at tip-off, no matter how you slice it, no matter the reason, this shit is embarrassing as a fan base when there are more empty seats than filled seats for an NBA playoff game. Especially one that involves one of the greatest players to ever play. I don't care how old he is. It's just embarrassing. And I get it. I do get it. This is a really big city. And that's the thing people outside of Houston don't understand is that we're a commuter city and it takes a long time to get from downtown to the suburbs, change clothes, feed the baby, get a sitter, climb back in the car, and then get back to downtown again in time for a, 7 o'clock, 7:30 start? You get off at 5 o'clock, it takes an hour to get home. You got to eat in 30 minutes, then the hour back, you're lucky to get there by 7:30. You're just not going to get there by 7:30. So it is embarrassing to say the least when you see that. But there's just no excuse. You know you had playoff tickets. Why would you show up that late? Right? I just don't go. Or take your clothes and just stay downtown. It just makes no sense. But it's embarrassing as a city and as a fan base to see those empty seats. I'm sorry. It just is. Also, it was much better, I will say, though, last night. It looked better. Of course, later start. Sunday night, I was a little worried because I was like, man, Friday and Sunday, the two worst nights to do anything, especially in Houston. And trust me, as a stand-up comic, I know. I hear the excuses all the time. Oh, I would go to your show, but it's Sunday and I got work on Monday. Okay. But you'll go to the Rocket game. You'll go to a concert. You'll go to all that other shit, but you can't go to my show. I get it. No, I understand. And then you hear about, well, it's Friday. I'm going to be off work. I'm tired. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I get it. I have heard them all. I've heard every excuse. So I was a little worried, but Sunday looked a lot better. It was packed, as it should have been. But I think part of that was because, hell, it could have very well been the last game of the season. So people were like, well, let's go see the last game of the season. What up, Alex? Definitely not first, sir. Number one in my heart, though. So that was bad. Good news is the team overall played well. I saw a stat for Amen Thompson that was absolutely bananas. Let me see if I can find my email. Oh, God, get out of my goddamn inbox. What? I don't want that. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Get out of here. Oh, I got a job alert. Director of product at Yahoo. I don't think so. Don't need that. Where the fuck? Why does it say everything's all set up for my Costco membership? I didn't sign up for a Costco membership. Goddamn spam. Ugh. Hate it. Block. Report. Okay. Where's my emails? There we go. BOD Thompson. Boom. All right. This is a crazy stat. Oh, you got rather large there. Let's see. I don't need it to be like that. Why is it at 500%? There we go. There she blows. Awesome. All right, now I'm pulling it up now. There we go. All right, check this stat out right here. Let me zoom out a little bit more and fix it. Okay, there you go. It might be a little hard to see on your screen. It says, now this was going into game 4, and I'll have to go back and look and see what his plus minus was in game 4. But heading into game 4, Amen Thompson had played in 134 of the Rockets' 149 postseason minutes. Houston is winning those minutes by 7 points. Think about that. 134 of 149 postseason minutes that he's played, and when on the court, they're a +7. They're winning. The 15 minutes that he has sat, Houston has been outscored by 27 in 15 minutes that he's on the bench. That's a -79.8 net rating. He's only sat for 10% of the series, and Houston has been fried in that time. That is a crazy stat. Because when you think of it, you don't think of Amen as being a great scorer. I will say his shooting seems to have improved. But you don't think, oh yeah, that Amen Thompson, he's a scoring juggernaut. He'll get his points, don't get me wrong, but that just shows you his total value as a player. I mean, defensively, offensively, everything. That dude makes a difference. And last night, let's see here. I hold in my hand the box score. Last night, he was a +21 while on the court. Jabari Smith was a +24, only going 2 for 10 from 3. Put up 16 points, but had 8 rebounds. And obviously his defense matters too. Same thing with Tari Eason. Tari Eason was a +31, but had 20 points. He was 2 of 5 from 3-point range. Tari had a big game. Alp had 19 and was third from amongst the starters in scoring. And look, if you go back and if you read or listened or watched any of this stuff, a lot of the players were saying that Alp's pregame speech was a big deal after shoot around. Shut up, Total Dallas. I picked the Mavericks in 0. Jackass. Hey, why don't you trade Luka again? Jerk. Come in here after a win, talking your Dallas Mavs horse shit. I love you, Total Dallas. I hate you, but I love you. But a lot of the players were saying, man, look, LP pulled everybody aside after shoot around and was like, we're not done. This is not how it is. I'm not ready to go home. Y'all shouldn't be ready to go home. Let's get our shit together and go out there and prove who we are. And boy, was that big. If not, but for a game. And you know what? I'm here for it. LP showed leadership. He's got kind of the reputation now of being a crybaby and a whiner on the court, and I don't know how much leadership he was really showing up until now. But the fact that he pulled those guys aside and did that's huge. That's a big deal. You need that from your star players, right? You can't just be, oh, I'm just really good and here for the no. You need that. And they got big minutes from Amen. They got big minutes from Tari Eason. Everybody in the starting lineup was in double figures. Reed Shepard was 4 of 7 from 3, had 17 points. That was huge. Yeah, everybody, and they finally got some bench production. Dorian Finney-Smith, I don't know what the fuck his deal is. Oh! I thought I said Sharp said it, not me. Well, you know what that means.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, have a great time.
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking accuser!
Get out.
Well, see you later.
Get out of here.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you later, fucker. All right, get out of here, Total Dallas. You have been timed out, sir. We'll see you in 10, jackass. Let's see, put user in timeout. There we go. 10 minutes, confirm. All right, you did it to yourself, Total Dallas. You came into a chat full of Rockets fans fighting and clawing for their lives. Talking shit. Yeah, man, look, I usually defend you. I don't blame him on this one. I think you earned that timeout. And I know you, Total Dallas. You wear it with your chest like a man. But, yeah. I usually feel sorry for you when you get timed out, Total Dallas. Not now. Not this time. Nope. No, sir. You got what you deserve there. A couple more things from this. You got 20 minutes out of Josh Okogie, Aaron Holiday, and Dorian Finney-Smith, which Holiday was limited. I believe Okogie was too in the previous game. In fact, let me see how many. I've been wondering why haven't they played Aaron Holiday more. I mean, he played 6 minutes in that overtime loss. And my thought was, look, man, I know one of his shots was just atrocious. But I think he's been hobbled a little bit. But it was one of those things where it was like, man, I really feel like his leadership is needed like a ton on the court. But, for whatever reason, he wasn't playing. Game 2, let's see, Bucks score. Yeah, 7 minutes, 0 for 3 from 3. Tari Eason gave you 10 off the bench. And that was with Durant starting, who had 23. And then game 1, you had no Durant, but I don't think Holiday even played in game 1. He played 11 minutes, but no impact. 0 for 4, 0 for 2 from 3. It's just, you're just not getting any productive minutes from your bench. Eason had 16 again. Really surprised that Okogie started and was starting. I think your best 5, if Durant's not there, is Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, Alperen Sengun, Amin Thompson, and Reed Shepherd. I mean, you almost have to do that. And I wouldn't be pissed if they started Aaron Holiday and let him run the offense. You don't need him to shoot, but just let him run the offense a little bit. I mean, he ain't gotta get like starters workload. But then when you have to give Amin Thompson a break or Alp a break, well, then you can bring in Reed Shepherd for a little spark of offense when those guys are out. So, I don't know. What the hell do I know? I'm just a sports talk guy. Holiday is hot and cold all season. Another bad Stone signing. Oh, disagree. I don't think it's a bad signing. I just think that he is who we thought he was, right? He's hot and cold, but shit, so is a lot of players in this league that don't start. You said another bad Stone signing. I think you're being unkind to Rafael Stone. I mean, this team has a lot of talent. They're missing 3 crucial players. 3 players that, if we're healthy, Dorian Finney-Smith was terrible. But don't get me wrong. I agree with you 1,000%. That was an awful deal. But also, sometimes you sign a guy and they don't work out. They suck. Well, I mean, look, Chris, you got to understand the guys you're talking about, those are 11 and 12 on the bench. They're just depth. They're just, you keep them because they're cheap. And it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't. Well, you can't have 12 stars on a team. You said those are big toe guys. I know what a big toe guy is. If you stand on your big toe, you wouldn't know who he is. You can just say pick a team. And I promise you, 11 and 12 on that squad, you're going to be like, I don't even know who that is. I promise you. The fucking Bucks have 3 Antetokounmpos on their team. Are you what? One matters. The other 2, big toe guys. So I think it's a little short-sighted. I mean, it's your fandom is showing when you sit there and say that Rafael Stone is another bad signing. I mean, you got to just have guys, cheap guys that, Jayshawn Tate has shown a little bit of promise, but he's never going to be what everyone thought he would be, and that's okay. It happens. Right? But damn, when you look at the starting 5 plus 2 for this team, I mean, you had Steven Adams starting, Capella as a backup. That was Al P, right? You had Tari Eason coming off the bench. You had Amen Thompson has been amazing for this team. Reed Shepherd is finally starting to figure things out. I will say again, he got exposed. He's been exposed in this Lakers series, so he's got work to do. But you see why they're so high on him. I mean, Fred VanVleet, I think, was a great signing. I mean, look, it's just, getting Capella back was huge. Without Capella, this team ain't making the playoffs probably. That's crazy talk. He did the best he could do defensively and rebounding wise. Pretty crazy. So, give credit where credit is due. They had literally the same amount of wins as they did last year, which is now good for 5th instead of 2nd in the West. Literally the same amount of wins. Had KD, no point guard, and no Steven Adams for most of the season. And you can go back and look. When Steven Adams got hurt, go see what their record was after versus before. Those guys matter. And imagine if this team had a point guard. You wouldn't even be worried about Jayshawn Tate. You wouldn't be worried about Aaron Holiday. But because those 2 guys are gone, and now KD in the playoffs, your depth chart, you got to take those big toe guys that you have to have. Every team has them, and you got to bump them up. What up, Walt? So don't, let's pick a random team. Let's look at the Lakers. Let's look at the Lakers depth chart. Drew Time, Jake LaRavia. Fucking Bronny James is a big toe guy, bro. But Bronny James had 5 points, and you'd have thought he broke a fucking scoring record. Oh, we can build off of that. What? What? Bro, you got a lob from your daddy and a wide open 3. And we gonna build on that? Crazy. With Jayshawn in with 30 seconds left and turns it over, that's a big deal. Jayshawn, not the only one that Jabari Smith turned it over. That was the biggest turnover. And again, these guys don't play a lot. So when they make a mistake, it's magnified. They're only in for 9 minutes, 6 minutes. You make a mistake. One mistake in 6 minutes is crazy. So I could not disagree with you more about the job Rafael Stone has done putting this roster together. So, I mean, let's find another team. Let's see. NBA, we'll just pick random. Let's go Timberwolves. Death chart. Julian Phillips, Kyle Anderson, Rocco Zikarsky. What? Terrence Shannon Jr. Whoa, look at those numbers. 5 points a game. Woo. I mean, bro, it's the same. You're just gonna have those guys. You look at these stats. It's the same shit. You got 3 guys maybe that put up decent point totals, 2 middle of the pack guys, and then just a bunch of dudes. I mean, this Mike Conley. Well, he's only this is playoffs. Let's see, regular season. There we go. Jalen Clark played 68 games, average of 4 points. Joe Behringer, 40 games, averaging 3.9. It's just guys. Well, I'll say, this is Make Excuses Monday. No, I'm not the one making excuses. No, I was just defending Rafael Stone because Chris said that Aaron Holiday is another bad Rafael Stone signing, and I was like, no, just disagree with that wholeheartedly. You gonna give him credit for this guy? You gonna give him credit for Reed Shepard? You gonna give him credit for bringing in Van Vliet? You gonna give him credit for moving up to draft LP? You gotta give him credit for re-signing Steven Adams, even though he got hurt. It's not his fault. Going and getting KD and getting out from under Jalen Green. Sucked to see Dylan Brooks go. Yes. Reed Shepard, who is getting his first taste of postseason, and it ain't going good. I get it. It ain't going good, but for Reed Shepard in the postseason, you can't deny what he did in the regular season. Castle outplaying Shepard. I don't know if I want to be defending Rafael Stone at this point. I get the moves, but the coaching moves have been hit and miss. That's the other thing. I mean, I don't know. Look, don't take this the wrong way, but sometimes you can't think like a fan because fans are just like, they suck. This Rafael Stone sucks. I saw somebody be like, trade everybody but Amen Thompson. What the fuck are you talking about? That is crazy talk. Again, you've got, let's see. This team won 52 games. They won 52 games last year and finished second in the West. They were 12 back, winning the same amount of games. They were 10 games back of second. But you know what? They were 2 games back of third in the West. Third to fifth. Denver lost 28. The Rockets lost 30. Denver was a plus 5.2 on the season. The Rockets were a plus 5.2. The only 2 teams that had a better plus minus in the West was, guess who? Thunder and Spurs. I mean, this is not a bad team. They've had some terrible luck when it comes to injuries. And they've put up some stinkers. I will say this. This is not a good road team. And they've got to get better. They've got to get better. They've got to get better on the road, period. No excuses there. And I think some of that is coaching. Some of that is youth and inexperience. And some of that is just what the fuck. But they've got to be a better road team. They were 22-19 on the road. That was the most losses by a top 6 playoff team in the West. Can't be that bad on the road and expect to win in the playoffs. Just not going to happen. Right? So, let's see. Let's look at one more thing here. And I don't know this, so I'm going to put it up because I'll find out with you guys. I don't, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just want to see. This is postseason. By the way, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets away with murder. Absolute murder. Let's see. 3-pointers made. Can you believe LaMelo Ball? That's crazy talk. Reed Shepard was 22nd. He played in all 82 games, but he did not start all 82 games. I'm kind of surprised he played in 82 games. How many did he start? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say. Now let's see. Stats. There you go. He started 21. All right. Last year, played in 52 games, started 3, averaged 12 minutes, averaged 4.4 points, and shot 33% from the 3-point line. This year, he shot 40%, basically. He shot 34, we'll round up, and 39.4, so 40%. Averaged 13.5 points a game, but he's averaging 1.5 steals a game as well. So when you look at 3-pointers made, he was 2.8, shooting 7 a game. Walt said he was a volume guy. I mean, Steph Curry's out there shooting 11 and making 4. That's 39.3%. So here's you can't really judge it off of this, but Kevin Durant was 14. Where's Reed Shepherd? He was shooting 39.8. Is that what I said? Yeah. So he was 39.4. But look how many he was shooting compared to the others. Like if you do that, he was shooting 7 a game, which is what you want. You want him shooting threes. That's it. He averaged 7 a game and made almost 3. 40%, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. That is amazing, especially when you start looking at some of these cats like, Doncic was shooting 10 a game and making 36. LaMelo shooting 10 a game, making 36. So if Reed shoots 10 a game and he's making 40, now he's making 4 a game. I'll take that. Because that number right there, 39.4, that's a damn good 3-point percentage. That is top 25. That's 39. But I mean, it's like right there. 39.4, 39.5. It's all right there. So yeah, I'll definitely take that. Let me see something though, for the sake of fairness. Colin Gillespie, Royce O'Neal. Yeah, Dylan Brooks not top 50 because Dylan Brooks was shooting the hell out of threes for a while there, and he is not. Yeah, Devin Booker was 43rd on the attempts. 3-pointers made. Let's see. Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, where's Dylan the villain at? I don't see him. Yeah, not even top 50. So, and Jalen Green certainly ain't on that list. I mean, Reed Shepherd has value. Now, the other thing I want you to look at, too, steals per game. Asher Thompson was averaging 2. Amen Thompson was averaging 1.5. Well, guess what? Reed Shepherd also averaging 1.5 a game. And we all, I mean, I get it. Amen Thompson, gets block shots, right? So I get that. And he plays really good defense. Everybody's sleeping on Reed Shepherd's defense. Everybody. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. Because you know what? Amen Thompson, here he is right here. 10th in the league in steals at 1.5. Well, actually tied for 9th, but so is Reed. Okay? But let's look at the blocks there. Oh, looky there. Reed Shepherd actually averaging more blocks per game than Amen Thompson. Averaging 0.7 blocks. Let's see where that ranks in the NBA. That was good for top 50. Tied for top 50 at 0.7. Reed Shepherd. See, there's Capella doing yeoman leg work at 0.8. Jabari Smith getting 0.9. Al P getting 1.1. I mean, Reed's not supposed to be a shot blocker, but he's still top 50. 50 in the league. That's crazy. Everybody is sleeping on this man's defense. And he's shooting 40% from 3. Y'all are crazy if you think Reed Shepherd, I get it. He is shit to bed in the playoffs. The moment has been too big for him. He's just, his shot's not falling, whatever the fuck it. I get it. But you look at those stats, the numbers don't lie. Y'all are crazy if you think Reed Shepherd's just not worth it. That dude, that's some balling ass numbers right there. What should we say, Chris? Let's see. Had Houston lost last night, the Rockets would have waited days and make some sort of shakeup. But if that had been the case, who is better option than Udoka? Because Doc Rivers, no freaking thing. Steve Kerr, age might matter, but maybe Kerr. Oh yeah. Walt, that was, sorry, I read your point wrong. Walt said Reed Shepherd's like a volume running back. You can't sit him because he starts off slow. Yeah. A talking head said KD has played his last game as a Rocket. I want to know what talking head that was. I mean, look, would that shock me? No. Hey, look at his track record. But I don't think the Rockets are trading him. He may, can he opt out? I don't even know what his contract situation is. That's what, yeah. And thank you, Alo. Alo said Reed's a baller, but not a point guard. That was the point I made earlier when Jenny's mom joined us. I was like, look, Reed Shepherd has been exposed in these playoffs. All right. I'll reiterate what I said at the beginning of the show. Reed Sheppard has been one of the Rockets' better players this season. Period. Almost 40% from three. Top what? What I show you? Top 10 in steals, top 50 in blocks at his size is bananas. Defense is not great, on ball defender, but he gets steals, he gets blocks. Now, he is being exposed in the playoffs for a couple of reasons. One, Marcus Smart has shown, man, you just got to out muscle Reed, and he don't know what to do. Right? Like Smart just bullied him. And Reed's soft in that way. He's not a muscle guy. He's not, he's just not, his game would be more finesse. So that's one thing. He's being exposed of, he's going to have to put some muscle on. He's going to have to get stronger. So when a guy like Marcus Smart wants to, shove him around, he can't. That's first. Second thing is, and this has been more important. Yes, Perry, you missed JennyIsMom. But the second bigger problem is when Reed Sheppard's bringing up the ball, you see LA has been rushing a double team as soon as he crosses half court, and he freaks out. He panics and he turns the ball over. Hell, it's obvious. You don't even have to be a basketball savant to see it. So, two things. One, there's no reason Reed Sheppard should be bringing up the ball if you have a legitimate point guard, but they don't. And two, just let somebody else bring the ball up. Reed Sheppard's job is to stand in the fucking corner and make 40% of the shots that he takes. That's it. And get some steals on D. That's his job. The offense, 4 guys are going to move around. You're going to go stand over there in the corner until you're open, and we'll find you and knock it down. I mean, that's his role. So if him bringing the ball up, he shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be doing that. But they don't have a choice. Everybody has to be a goddamn point guard on this team. Al P has been a point guard. And, he's not Jokic. He's a great passer. Shouldn't be bringing the ball up. Look, let him come up high on the block, get him the ball, and then let him distribute and run the offense through him. But he's bringing the ball up. Amin's bringing the ball up, which I'm fine with. He was drafted as a point guard, but he's not a true point guard. KD, I don't mind bringing the ball up, but even then, they haven't found an answer for the double team on him. So, but I think y'all are crazy. Chris said no backup point guard. Wonder who's in charge of the roster. Oh, it's a two-headed monster. Don't get it twisted. Ime Udoka has as much to do with that roster in a lot of ways and saying what he wants. So told Nelson, stand there and watch the brothers play, Reed. I tell you what, a side note, I don't know what it is about Boston, but they love them some white boys, man. Boston there's 3 things you can count on in this world. 4 things you can count on in this world. Death, taxes, the Patriots having good white slot receivers, and Boston having a bunch of white players on their team. I don't know what it is with Boston teams, but they gotta have white folks. That just shows you how racist that town is. They're like, well, we gotta get some white people or they won't cheer for us. It's crazy. But look, man, this has been a really tough season for this team. Ime Udoka has done the best I think he could do with this squad. You literally took away his starting center, starting point guard, and he won the same amount of games as he did last year. Think about that for a second. You took away his starting point guard. Not an elite point guard, but a really good one. I would have loved to have seen what this offense would have been with Fred VanVleet on the floor. But you took away his starting point guard and his starting center, and he still won the same amount of games with a team that did not play well on the road. And I think a lot of that has to do with youth. Now, B. Hanna said, why did they not sign a point guard? And this is what I wanted to get to about the other part. Oh, I wonder who's in charge of the roster. The problem is you have a cap, okay? One, you have needs, But you also have a cap, and you also have a coach who's like, I want this guy. I don't want that guy. I want this guy. They could have gotten James Harden. Ime was like, nope. Which was, I think, was the right call. CP3, no thanks. Also, I think the right call. Although, I mean, it's probably better than the point guard you do have because you don't have one. Aaron Holiday, about the best you got. But I mean, like, that is my only complaint. But you have to understand. Do you think Rafael Stone wanted to go out and get a point guard? Sure, he probably did. And he probably turned to Tillman Fertitta and said, hey, can we go into the tax thresholds and you pay extra so I can get a point guard? And Tillman, let's put the blame where it lies. Tillman was probably like, nah, y'all can do it without one. We're paying enough. There's enough talent on this team. Stone was probably like, well, all right. Okay, I guess. But they still have final say on budget. If you don't think Rafael Stone didn't know they didn't need a damn point guard, you're crazy. Alo said, are you saying he should get a pass, Barry? I haven't seen a decent offensive set yet, smooth passing, etc. Because they don't have a point guard. If you're talking about Ime, I mean, he can only do so much. Think about this. It's like, essentially, this is like an NFL team playing with a backup quarterback all season. How much would you really expect from them? Ask yourself that from a football perspective. If a team lost their starting quarterback, how much would you expect from them? Okay, if a team lost their starting running back, we don't even have to go quarterback because that would be like KD, the most important guy on the team. But let's say they lost their starting running back. Would you expect them to be exactly the same, or their number one wide receiver or their edge rusher? That's what we're talking about with Fred. I mean, that was the whole concept that Rafael Stone had put together for a roster. We got that double big that Ime likes for defense, right? You got Alp and Steven Adams. You don't lose much in offense because Alp can make up the slack. Yeah, Steven Adams' liability sometimes, but he makes up for it in offensive rebounds and block shots. So that's great. You don't have that now, right? So you missed out on the double bigs plus KD's mid-range and three-point game, and then a Fred VanVleet to lead all that while you had Amen Thompson on the floor or Reed Shepard on the floor or Jabari Smith on the floor. I mean, think about that. If you had all your starters, there's a strong possibility that either Jabari Smith or Tari Eason or Reed Shepard or, oh God, I'm blanking on not Amen. I'm missing one. Those guys aren't in the starting lineup. Your starting lineup would be Fred, KD, Steven Adams, Alp, and Amen. We haven't seen that. We never got a chance to see that. 2 of that 5 is gone, which means 2 guys that would be role players, bench players, are now starting. You can't deal with that. Clint Capella starting at center for a while. You had to figure that out, and now he comes off it's a mess. It's nobody's fault but injuries, honestly. If this was a full roster and this team was as bad as they are, then we can talk about, all right, look, we got to talk about this roster. It's not great, man. I mean, you lost 19 games on the road, fully loaded, no injury excuses. It's just not been the case. So, no. I could not disagree with everybody in the chat more. And that's okay. That's what sports is all about. And if you want to put your opinions in the chat, I will happy to read them and argue with you. But same thing with coaching. I mean, what do you want the man to do with having to start 2 bench players, 2 role players, or having to start because of the injuries? Your offense is fucked. Your defense is fucked. Your system is fucked. I mean, look, I think Ime Udoka has done a this is just like last year. This is just like last year when everybody wanted Joe Espada fired. Everyone was like, Joe Espada sucks. Do you know that the Astros led the MLB in lost WAR because of injuries? Wins above replaced. That's wins. Actual wins based off statistics. But everyone's like, well, Joe Espada sucks. Damn it, there are no good players out there. It's just like now. This team is trash because everybody's hurt. This is just, you can't think like a fan all the time. You gotta use some logic. You gotta use some logic. Jayshawn Tate should never see time except for garbage time. Don't disagree with you. Aaron Holiday, pick up minutes. Don't disagree with you. Dorian Finney-Smith, bust. Complete bust. He is the Carlos Lee of the Rockets. He is the, I won't say Christian Walker because he's hitting now, but who was the guy they went out and got before Walker? Oh, fuck. I forget. Bust. You swung, you missed. That was an Ime guy too, 3 and D. And he's done neither of those. And it could be the injury. Look, you saw what Christian Walker was last year. It was not good, but he had nagging injuries. Abreu, yes, thank you. Jamarcus Russell, okay, it ain't that bad. You didn't waste a first pick, the number 1 pick in the draft on his ass. It's just a bad signing. They happen. But also, let's think of it in context of, what if Dorian Finney-Smith comes back next year? He's fully healthy. And he plays like his old self. Fred's back. Steven's back. They're both healthy. KD in for one more run. All of these guys have 1 year of playoff experience, another year of playoff experience under their belt. Some of them got their first year. Some of them are getting like, this is a different team, man. If 3 things happen next year, this team could have easily finished 3rd, if not 2nd in the West. Easily. So, Ryan Leaf looking ass. Again, Jamarcus Leaf, Ryan Russell, that's the same shit. But no, I'm not going to let y'all take the easy way out and blame Ime Udoka, one of the best coaches in the NBA, and Rafael Stone, who has done a fantastic job putting shit together. JD Davis is making $2.7 million. Cut and sign a G League ball handler since they refused to trade for one. I don't disagree with that. But you don't know the ramifications of his contract either. I don't know. I would have to go back and look and see the contract. But that's a valid point. But you think that really solves their problem? You think a G League ball handler playing the Marcus Smart and LeBron James and the Lakers in the playoffs is the difference maker? Yeah, G League ball handler is getting about as many minutes as Bronny James would. That's not the solution. You need a starting point guard. You need a legit starting point guard. You know, Barry on deck ain't been the sharpest tool in the shed, kind of like a spoon, but your ass is probably right. That's a great perspective. I was like, damn, bro. I don't think KD wants to be here. Oh, why do you say that? Why would you say that? What? Why? Everybody in there is frustrated. Believe that. I mean, yeah, KD signed up for one team and got another. And it ain't his fault. It's nobody's fault. It's Fred's fault. Don't go to Bermuda or wherever the fuck he went and play. They said he was getting treatment in game 3, bro. I don't know. All this speculation from a bunch of people that don't know the dude, aren't in the locker room, like, that's just crazy to me. Crazy to me. So, I'm the one who said this team wasn't going anywhere after week 1. Well, Perry said, if you fumbled knee along, can you be labeled as one of the best? Okay, yeah. Definitely not in relationships. But You guys, I don't, yeah, he got cooked on social media, then he shows up in game 4. KD's always getting cooked on social media. Always. And the difference between Luka traveling, I want you to think about this logically, okay? The difference between Luka traveling and KD getting 24-hour treatment, essentially, or as much as you can get, the difference is Luka knows he can't play. Luka knows I won't be back in time. I don't give a fuck how much treatment I get. There's no way for me to be back in time for this series at all, much less game 7, game 6, game 5, 4, 3, or 2. So fuck it. Yeah, wear your clothes, wear your street clothes, sit on the bench, get your treatment. But they're like, man, KD is at that point where it's like, man, if we could ice this enough, treat it enough, get massage, heat, to repeat, rinse and repeat constantly, we might be able to get him back for game 6. Maybe. But we got to keep on that. And maybe they were like, well, hell, if we do it enough, maybe we can get him back for game 5. And so that's why he was getting treatment. Like, he didn't play in game 1, freak accident. Plays in game 2, freak accident. You think KD would be sitting right now or pouting? No. He might be giving his teammates shit for not doing the right things on the court if they were getting blown out or losing. He might be yelling at these young cats. That's what a leader does. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think y'all's perspective, like, this is the worst part about sports, is that when the shit doesn't go the way it's supposed to because of unforeseen circumstances, a lot of people can't separate themselves and just be like, well, just a down year. Just nothing, no matter what, this team is outgunned and outmanned. They don't have the firepower. They don't have the entire complement that they expected, that they put together to make a push. But I look at this team and I look at the talent on this roster of your real contributors 1 through 7. And I'm just mean this 1 through 7. And I'm like, man, when they get Fred back, when they get Steven Adams back, it's a whole different team. I'm excited about next year. Told it out, said Luka not getting treatment. He's getting treated to little Debbie. Hey, what up, Cisco? No, shit, I wish I could take a nap. I spent the first hour and a half yawning the whole fucking time. He should. Now, see, B-Hannon, you said he was crying. He's bitching. He's mad. Shouldn't be turning the ball over. Definitely shouldn't be turning the ball over. But I don't know. I think you guys, I want you should have your opinion, whatever that is. But all I try to do is try to get you guys to use some logic sometimes. Like, think of it in a different way. No, I got you, B-Hannon. I'm just saying, don't just think of it as what it appears to be on face value, or what some dickhead with a Twitter account that calls himself media. Because anybody, bro, right now, I should do it. I could go to Twitter right now and be like, KD says he wants out. Sources are telling me. And the shit would just, they would go to my bio and see, sports talk guy. Sources are telling me KD wants out. What are my sources? The voices in my head. It doesn't fucking matter. I can say whatever I want. Yeah, and look, B-Hannon said, think of his past. Man, do you remember when they beat Phoenix? Do you remember that? He beat Phoenix, the game-winning shot, and they asked him, did it feel good? You know what his answer was? Yeah, it felt real good. When you are made to be the scapegoat, and you have a chance to right that wrong, it felt good. So that tells you right there, his perspective on what went on in Phoenix was a lot different than either what people said or thought or what it appeared to be on the outside. Don't get me wrong. Katie is sensitive. Katie is a sensitive cat. For sure. 100%. But I also think he respects Ime Udoka enough and they respect each other. He understood what he was getting into coming to this team. It was a young team. They're going to make a lot of mistakes. What he didn't expect was the injuries that they've suffered, including his own now. So, yeah, Kyrie broke Brooklyn. Well, fuck. Yeah, so did James. They all did. Account Get Off My Dickerson says they are being told KD wants out. Yeah, Harden broke Brooklyn. They all did, really. That was just a poor match. That was just bad. Sources are telling me that Total Dallas let Jerry Jones give him pink eye. Let's see. Same as folks saying Joey, what? Joey Watts? Oh, yeah, Joe Burrow wants out of Cincy. Yeah, that great point. That's my point. Look, I don't mean to say it in this way, but I spent plenty of time in the media in this city, both as a sports talk radio guy and covering teams and covering combat sports, going to big show, knowing the big names and the bookers and the fighters and the managers and the coaches and in that sport. And not just local. I mean, UFC level, Strikeforce level, Bellator level. I can just tell you, you get about maybe 50% of the truth about 40% of the time. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. You get roughly 50% of the truth about 40% of the time. Let me just put it this way. We live in the era of short attention and get the click. So we live in an era where media doesn't vet their sources like they used to. And this is across the board. I got like a beard hair in my mouth. That's gross. But we live in an era where, bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's been my point this whole time. It's like, even without Fred, this team was a hell of a lot better when Steven Adams was playing. But back to my point. We live in an era where you have to get the click, and in order to do that, you have to get their attention. And in order to do that, it has to be salacious. And in order to do that, you got to make shit up or not tell the whole truth or spin it, put your own twist on it. You know, Fox News, that shit, CNN, that shit. Literally, you have two news stations who have built their entire reputation on bullshit and sensationalizing the news. That's what the local news is. You don't hear about just regular shit. There's a reason that all the shit you hear is bad. Because you're just like, what? I gotta watch that. The same is true in sports, man. No one's ever going to be like, well, it just wasn't their year. No one wants to click and read that article. But you get some random jackass or just a guy who's like, you know what? It's probably true. I'll just say sources say, and then I'll say Katie is the problem. Who's going to doubt me? Look at his track record. Look at his history. No one's going to vet this. What sources? I can't reveal them. How fucking convenient. All right, let me tell you what. Capella was not a bad signing. You're wrong with that, Behannon. Without Capella, this team doesn't win 52 games. That said, Capella was one of the best rebounders after he took over for Steven Adams in the league, man. What are we doing? Yeah. Let me see. Stats. Complete leaders. Rebounds. LP 10 a game. Jabari 8. Tari 7.5. Where's Clint at? Is it offensive rebounds? How do you break down just offensive rebounds? Oh, that's postseason. Fuck. I always do that. Let me finish my point. Basically, you're never getting the truth because the truth sucks. The truth is boring. No one wants the truth. No one wants the reality of what's going on. The media knows this. People that write stories, that write headlines, that are trying to get you to click on their Twitter post, that are trying to get you to click on their Facebook news article, they know this too, bro. So I want y'all to, be passionate and believe whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care at the end of the day. But the reason I get frustrated is that you what is that saying? Believe half of what you see and half of what you hear or whatever. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. And these guys know this. And so they're like, I'm not going to even fight it because you're fighting a losing battle. If KD, and he's one of the more brash guys willing to fight back on social media than most. But a lot of them are just like, it's just not even worth it, bro. If I'm constantly defending myself against false media accusations and bullshit, that's all I'd be doing. I got more important things to do. If they want to just put bullshit out there, if it's just stuff like, oh, he's a crybaby, that don't harm me. My teammates know who I am in this locker. Like when you see it start to affect the locker room, that's when guys will step forward and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Or if it's a pretty serious accusation on their reputation or whatever. But if it's just, oh, yeah, Katie's a crybaby, I bet he wants out. Or rumor has it, or there's rumblings, sources are saying, that's bullshit. What'd I tell you? 50% of the time, they tell you the truth 40% of the time, right? What is it? 60% of the time, it works every time or whatever? Same thing. Once I went to a bunch of Rockets games, Clint didn't do much. Man, there was a time when he was like top 5 in offensive rebounding when he first got back. I don't know what his minutes rotation looked like. Let me get to the Rockets here. Let's see. Teams Rockets. I might have to go to Basketball Reference. This may not have it. Let's see. Stats. Where's those stats for the Rocket team? Oh, there we go. Stats. Found it. Let's see. Capella was yeah. Oh, that's fucking playoffs. Jesus. Every time I was like, what? No way, Jose. Hey, JD Davison's averaging 0.1 offensive rebounds a game. All right, so just to give you an idea, right? Like LP is leading the league with 8.9 rebounds a game. Steven Adams is still second, averaging 8.6. Thompson third, Smith fourth, Eason, Durant. Capella was averaging 4.6, but he was averaging 2.1 offensive rebounds a game, which was fourth on the team behind Adams, who was gone. So you lost 4.5 offensive rebounds a game just with Steven Adams. The next best on the team was Şengün and Thompson with 3. So they tied for second. And then third, it was Capella and Tari Eason with 2.1 each. The problem is Capella is an offensive liability sometimes. And that's why, he's averaging just as much as Tari Eason. Rebound-wise, especially offensively, which is what they care about. They value more. But the fact is, you can count on Tari Eason's offense a little more. So, yeah. Capella played in 75 games, started 3. Averaged 12 minutes a game. So, he averaged 12 minutes a game and was getting 4.5 rebounds. So you think if he played 24, he's getting 9.2 a game. If he played 24 minutes. But he's playing 12. But if he played 24, he'd be getting 9.2, which Steven Adams averaged 8.6 in 22 minutes. So, same kind of production, just less overall minutes as Steven Adams. Just one. And for everybody who's a big fan of Davison, 1.2 rebounds. Dorian Finney-Smith, so trash. He played in 37. He started a game, fucking win. Dorian Finney-Smith averaging 17 minutes a game. 3.3 points. Jesus Christ. 3 points a game. Oh, God. That's terrible. Ugh. Kevin Durant averages a half an offensive rebound a game. A half. Reed Shepherd averages 0.3. Shit. Let's see. Thompson and Shepherd led the league in steals, or led the team in steals. Blocks. Let's see. Shingun. Capella averaged 0.8. Durant averaged 0.9. Adams averaged 0.6. So Capella was averaging more blocks than Adams. Shepherd gets 0.7. That's so crazy. But you're getting 0.9 from Durant and Jabari Smith and 1.1 from Shingun. Here's another problem with Reed Shepherd is the turnovers. You got to get better at that. So there you go. That's kind of a look at their points. Definitely don't believe JennyIsMom if she tells what? If she tells you she's doing shots. Oh, 100% lying. KD burner broke the news. KD wants out. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, the league in offensive rebounds before Adams got hurt. Yep. Yes, they did. They were still up there too. Let's see. Stats. Team. This time I'm changing it to regular season. I'm not stupid. I mean, I am, but let's see. Points allowed. Rebounds. There you go. Rockets 48 a game. Number 1 in the league, baby. So the Rockets averaged 48 a game. That's crazy. 15 offensive rebounds a game. Still number 1 in the league. And 33 a game. When did Adams get hurt? That's the question. Let's see. Steven Adams. Adams had undergone season-ending left ankle surgery. Yeah, but that was 3 months ago. Let's see. Game log. His last game was in January. January 18 was his last game. Let's see. And that month, outside of a few games in March or in October, that month he was having his best rebounding month overall, 9.3 a game. So his last game was 118, and they won that game. He played 27 minutes. So January 18th. So let's go look. What was their record on January 18th? Schedule. Regular season. And then you got to go first half probably. No, you don't. There you go. January 18, this team was 25-15. They were 25-15 after what? 40 games? 20. So half of the season. They were 25-15. They finished with what, 52 wins? So about the same, actually. Let's see. Yeah, 52 wins. So that was what, 25, 30, that's 40 games in. Offensive rebounds isn't a great stat unless you're high in the league in shooting percentage and scoring. Hey, what up, Big Stout? So after that, they went what? 52 minus 25. So they went 82 minus 67. Oh shit. 82. Okay, so they went 27 and 15 after that point. Not terrible. This was the big stretch right here. This run right here, that was the big stretch that killed them. That March. I mean, they lost what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in March. That was the big stretch that killed them. This was a nice little run, but it was against a bunch of nobody teams. And that kept them in it. But yeah, man, this team is different than when they started. This team is a lot different than when they started. I mean, this is a team that took OKC to double overtime. And you can see, look, 22 and 19, that's just not going to get it. Not going to get it. They were third best at home amongst the top 6 playoff teams, but they were the worst on the road. So it matters, man. It matters. But all right, the Texas Tech transfer QB is taking a leave of absence to check into a rehab for his gambling addiction. What are the odds he's back to start the season? What are the odds? Let's see what you did there. Let's see. I almost beverage as many as Reed Shepherd. Average, you mean? Yeah, exactly. Definitely don't believe. Okay. All right. I'm caught up. I'm just making sure I'm catching up on the chat. Was it the Falcon who printed Choke City before they became Clutch City? Yes, it was. God rest his soul to the Falcon, but it was Fred who ran the line. He was the editor at the time. Yep. Oh, yeah. I believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Thank you, Perry. Perry got it. So in media parlance, believe none of the headlines and half of what you read. There you go. Man, old people ain't got no filter. Bonus mom said this guy looks like he got AIDS. Man, let me tell you what. Old people are the best and the worst. You want me to tell you what's scary? And we're kind of phasing them out. But old school, old white people, like my grandparents, my grandparents were the worst. I was born in 74. My dad was born in 44. So my grandfather was probably born in the 20s, I guess. Where was my grandfather? Is it on the flag? Hold on. I got his little thing. Let's see. No, it ain't on there. Let's see. Well, it's neither here nor there. But I'm just telling you, that generation. My grandfather was born in 1918. That generation of old people, especially white old people from that generation, they're the worst. They're the worst. Because not only do they not give a fuck, but they're racist. And so they just say the most racist shit and don't care. They just don't care. It's like, oh, fuck, not, please, God, no. And, you know, like my dad and mom's generation, they're a little better. They're, you know, they're still, it's, you know, that whole level of hate and racism, it slowly starts to fade as you get closer to our generation and generations younger than us even. But man, I couldn't imagine what my great-grandfather was like. My grandfather would say the most awful shit We'd be at a Luby's. Oh, God. My dad would just be like, oh, Jesus Christ. They stopped taking him places. Like, bro, you can't go out in public with him anymore. John Dorier said, my grandma was born in 1920. You ain't lying. I know. I've lived through it. I think all my grandparents have passed now. Yes. All my grandparents have passed. Fuck some of them, but not all of them. And then sometimes, like my grandmother on my mom's side, she was not racist, but she was accidentally racist. Right? Like they still say words you're not supposed to say, but in their time, that was considered polite. And I don't even want to say the words, right? But we're not talking about dropping the N-word with the hard R, but they would say words that were like close to that, but like that was considered okay. Like, whoa, how respectful. And you're like, oh, you can't drop that in a Grandy's? What the fuck? She'd be like, look at it. Instead of saying black baby, she'd be like, aren't black babies the cutest? She would use a version of the N-word that ended in oid. Aren't those babies the and loud, fucking loud. And you're like, whoa, fuck no, you what? Nanny, it's 1999. You can't say that out loud. Oh, Jews. Yes, Oriental and another one. Like, oh, look at this Oriental baby. What? Walt coming in with the breaking news. People in the 20s struggle with race relations. What? Story at 11. I was just, but like, you gotta understand, like me, I didn't grow up like that. I mean, my mom and dad got divorced when I was 6, right? I grew up around my mom. My mom was the least racist person you've ever met. There was 2 words you didn't say in her house: the C word and the N word. I could cuss all I wanted to at 12 years old. She didn't give a fuck. Those are 2 words you just did not say. They were just hateful and mean, and you didn't say them. And she taught me a lot. I mean, for God's sakes, my brother was black, my foster brother. How many white moms do you know that would do that? I mean, she would have a house full of my friends, all black kids, all black dudes, and they all called her mom. They loved her to death, and she loved them like they were her kids. I told you all the story. We got followed by that constable from Willowbrook Mall all the way to the house. They were scared to death, all my friends. We all went inside. They were like, I was pissed. Like, Mom, this fucking constable followed us. She's like, why? I was like, because they're black. Oh, I don't think so. She walked up there, tapped on his fucking window at the end of the street. What is your problem? Ma'am, are you following these boys because they're black? What's your name and badge number? He was like, you give it to me right now, you son of a bitch. You're not going to follow these boys and scare. Those are good boys. I was like, what the fuck? That was JennyIsMom, though. So you didn't play that. Like, that was like... So when I would be around my grandparents, my grandfather was just racist. That was just, he was just racist. My grandmother was accidentally racist. You know what I mean? She didn't know any better. So instead of just being like, oh, look at this little black babies are the cutest babies of all. That's like an endearing way to say it. Like, oh, I mean, you probably shouldn't say black. You just be like, that's a cute baby. But, you know, I do think a lot of times black babies are cuter than white babies. White babies are ugly as fuck. Can we all just agree with that? White babies, me included, white babies are ugly. Black babies are so fucking cute, man. Asian babies, Mexican babies, sometimes. Sometimes they'll have a silver tooth before they're like 6 months old and out of diapers. You're like, whoa, Chief, what happened here? You got a silver baby tooth? That's crazy. All right, I digress. But, man, you fucking hanging out with your grandma and she drops the N-word that ends in oid and you're just like, what? Okay, get your shit. We're leaving this Grandy's. We're not doing that. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Which, I don't know what was worse, accidentally being racist or just flat out racist. Because, it's just racist. You're just like, he's old. He was born in 1918. We're sorry, folks. We mean nothing by it. He's just an old racist man. I'm sorry. All babies look weird. Well, not all. Honestly, the most beautiful people are mixed. That's a fact. Anybody in this chat that's not mixed, ugly. Me included. I'm not mixed. I'm ugly as fuck. But mixed people, mixed babies especially, but mixed people, that's the beauty of life, man. When you combine two races, you get a beautiful person. It's a straight race people. Yeah, all black, all white. Ugh. Not the same, man. You get a mixed race person. They 9 times out of 10, they're beautiful people. That's when JennyIsMom did real shots back when she was dating bank robbers. If the stats make it, you want to make. Oh, if the stars make it, do you want to make a bet? Yeah, boy, Total Dallas, don't do that. Don't, brother. Black, Asian, fire. Oh, right. Black, Asian. Even like Latino, Mexican, Asian, or Hispanic, Asian, or Hispanic, black. I mean, when you mix black with anything, for some reason, boy, look good. We're both 74 babies, and I grew up with the Archie Bunker Caucasians. Yeah. See, that was my dad. I'll just say this. My dad would watch Archie Bunker and be like, he's got a point. I mean, I know it's a comedy, but it's got a point. I'd be like, all right, Pop, let's calm down. Let's calm the fuck down. Okay. It's just like when they would watch, when Trump would be like, yeah, they'll let you grab him by the pussy. He'd be like, you know they will. I mean, he's not lying. It's like, okay, but fuck. Cisco said Tiger's mixed. If you've seen his mugshot, it's not 100%. Okay, it's not 100%. Cisco, nothing is 100%, including mixed race people. There are a few ugly mixed race people, but I guarantee you, if you went person by person and kept track, all right, you've lined up 10 white people, 10 black people, 10 mixed black and white people, 10 Mexicans, 10 Asians, 10 mixed Mexican Asians, 10 mixed Asian white. All of the ones that are mixed are going to look a lot better than just straight race people. And don't even get me started on redheads. What the fuck? I know some people in the chat like, hey, what the fuck, man? Oh, my God, you're white and redheaded? Oh, God. Huh? No. Big Style said, Barry, you're not wrong. Mix does something. I know. Think of the most beautiful people you could think of in Hollywood. Halle Berry. Lord Jesus. What? I don't even know if she's mixed, but she might as well be. She probably is. I made that comment right before you said 9 out of 10. What? Oh, Tiger is mixed. Okay. Tiffany Justice was fire. Oh, Tiffany Justice. Who the fuck is Tiffany Justice? I gotta look up Tiffany Justice. Who the fuck is Tiffany Justice? Who the fuck? I know who this is. I see some redheaded woman that works for a school board. That's what you talking about? That Tiffany Justice? Hold up. Hey, man, I'm working here. Shut the fuck up, cat. Goddamn cat out there screaming to me because he's hungry. Look, bro, we must not be thinking of or looking or finding the same Tiffany Justice. This is what I found. This can't be what you're talking about. This woman? This is fire. Bro, that's not fire. Moms for Liberty? Shut the fuck up. Can't be. Can't be. Now, see, I saw this Miss Tiffany Justice. Let's see what she looking like. Sounded all creepy. Hey, girl, is you mixed? Ooh, wait. Now that's got to be, yeah. See, she fine. She fine, as Jerome would say. She fine. Look, boy, beautiful. What is she mixed? You can tell she's mixed Asian and something. I don't know. Yeah, she's cute. So that's the difference, though, right? All right. Let me close all these windows. We don't need that shit anymore. I searched 2, scroll down a bit. Stop it. I'm starting to blush. Total Dallas is mixed. Remember I said 9 out of 10? He's the exception. Oh, she was the reporter for 26, very half Asian, half black. Everyone go Google a type and interracial for examples. Oh, yeah. I mean, Drake, no homo. Yeah, bro, Drake's a good-looking man. Big Stout said, why redheads catching strays? They know what they did. Oh, creepy-ass redheads with you. Bro, look, I've never been with a redhead, so it's just not my thing. Just some people are just like, she's redhead, bro. That's my weakness. And I'm like, well, you probably into scat too. I don't know. You like nasty shit. But I'm sorry, redhead people. But it's just the thought of red pubes. Ugh, it's just, ugh. It's just not my thing. I can't. I go down and be like, the fuck? You gotta shave this shit bald, bitch. I can't do this. This is crazy. Hey, Potch. Bear said you're ugly as fuck. Jen Aoki. Oh, yeah. Yep. Who's that dude that was on SWAT? Was it SWAT? Shamar. No, not Shamar. Let's see. Shamar something. Shalimar. Fuck. What was the dude's name? Let's see. Actor. Shamalama Ding Dong. Shamar Moore. He's got to be mixed, or is he just a light-skinned brother? But I mean, he's probably mixed. Let's see. Total Down said Google search interracial. Let's see. Those notable roles: early life, son of Mary Wilson, a teacher, and Sherrod Moore. Moore's father was African American, and his mother, who was born in the Roxbury neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts, was of Irish and French Canadian descent. She was white. His mother, who had a degree in math. So yeah, see, again, that pretty motherfucker. Every time Nora loves watching his show, I don't know what it is, but every time that show comes on, I don't give a fuck. As soon as he's on, I'm like, this pretty motherfucker here. Look at this pretty motherfucker here. Facts mixed out. You know, I don't like to jump to conclusions and say shit. I don't like to get out of pocket. But facts. Big Stout said, if you're that light, Barry, you're mixed. Yeah, at some point, right? At some point. It may not be the last two, but you mixed. Blake Griffin. Bro, can we talk for a minute about how funny Blake Griffin has become? I remember he was trying to do stand-up. I was like, fuck him. That is disrespectful as fuck. But he's actually, he's not quite Peyton Manning level yet funny, but he's approaching it. His commercials have been hilarious. His acting chops have gotten great. His comedic timing is really good. When he did that one commercial with the phone, when the guy was like, you remember that time we did the 5 and then you gave me 5 and we connected? He was like, no. He's like, I'm having a bad time. And then they did the 5. He goes, are you a magician? That shit was funny as fuck. And then he was like, I lost my phone. He goes, oh man, he's like, look in your pocket. He was like, but the way he did it, so funny. He goes, did you put your phone in my pocket? He goes, no, I just can't find it. He was like, hilarious. Oh, Stout, I ain't even reading that. His Kawhi Leonard imitation is good. I haven't even seen it, but I bet it is. I bet it's hilarious. Told him I said, feed them cats. Fuck them cats. Deanna said he's funny. I know, yeah, he's been his commercials, man. Even the Wings commercial, where they were like 10 flat lemon pepper. He was like, his acting chops are really good. Rashida Jones, black dad, white mom. Oh, Rashida Jones. The Quincy Jones is her dad, right? Yeah, Rashida Jones. She fine too. Telling you, man, some of the hottest men and women in Hollywood mixed. It's just a fact. So y'all can at your mama, because don't at me. Yeah, way too fucking soon, Stout. Nah. Not you're not getting me on this one. I'll try to find some of the commercials tomorrow. We gotta get out of here. It's 5:00. I gotta go make spaghetti. See, if Nora and I would have had a baby, that motherfucker would have been beautiful. Half Mexican, half white. Ugh. But instead, it's just us two ugly motherfuckers in this house with these raggedy ass cats. All right, let's get the fuck out. All right, had a good time. Hope you guys did too. As always, we got really sportsy, but then we just let loose and do what we do. And that's have a good time and talk some shit. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. I don't know what's on tonight, but do me a favor. Watch some fucking hockey, man. Go watch some hockey. Remind me to tell you the story about Shamar. I thought I said boyfriend. Tina Thompson, me, and a bunch of other WNBA stars offline. Oh, shit. Hey, good seeing you, Uriel. Later, Big Stout. Thank you, B. Hannon. You know I love you, brother. I'm always arguing with y'all on sports and sports takes. It doesn't mean I'm right. I get the mic, and that's not fair. So, just know that. All right. I mean, it's my job to talk and fill the time, and so just know. Alicia Keys. Good Lord. All right, John. We'll see you, brother. I will see all of y'all. Hey, Mr. Lowe. We'll see you next time, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us. Definitely boyfriend. See, you can't trust them light-skinned brothers, man. I'm telling you, they too pretty. They too pretty. That's crazy. I need to hear this story. I'm gonna tell Nora, hey, your mans don't want you. He wants me, bitch. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy whatever you watch. Enjoy your family and friends and your cats. I'll see you tomorrow. Until I see you tomorrow, do me 3 favors, everybody. Be safe. Be kind. And most important, absolutely most important, love each other. Even the ones that ain't mixed. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. And he's making a YouTube video.